All right, so we had this Alliance Treasury update, which really is super fascinating. And I still think one of the biggest takeaways is that they don't want individuals to be able to just freely donate to Alliance Treasuries like they used to. It's really fascinating. And to see, we will be removing the Alliance Treasury as a whole, and these tickets will live in the Summoner's Resource tab. It's interesting. It's very interesting. So, wow. So many angles to talk about with this post, but we're moving on for the sake of this video to the basic Catalyst bundles, because those of you who are uncollected have a chance to check out the Tier 5 Catalyst bundle and the Tier 4 Catalyst bundle. Wow. And that's it. Well, let's get something out of the way first and foremost. Gold must be rarer than beef in America right now because of the supply chain. Because 100,000 gold for $30 or 50,000 gold for $20 is pathetic. The minimum amount of golds for these should be 200,000 for 20 and 300,000 for 30, and that's just the standard retail price of 100,000 gold per $10. Of course, that's $10 American. If you're in other countries, especially like Kabam's own Canada, you're looking at far higher cost than $10 when you consider conversion rates, tax, etc. So, how much should a Tier 4 Catalyst selector be worth, along with 2 Tier 1 Alphas in today's game? Well, I remind you, it depends what you're doing. Now, if you're uncollected, you're not really targeting 4 stars as much, you would think, as 5 stars and 6 stars, because normally $30 is the price to take a 4-star to rank 5, a generic rank-up gem that takes the place of 3 Tier 4 class catalysts. So it's like the equivalent of a Tier 4 class catalyst selector for $10 when you consider the 4-star equivalent of 3 of those, because that's how many Tier 4s you need. But really, it's way more than that when you consider it takes place of the Tier 1 alphas and the 5 Tier 4 basic along with that for $30. So I think, given that that's the baseline of this, a Tier 4 Catalyst bundle, particularly for uncollected players who traditionally, because of the difficulty of Alliance Quest maps that they're jumping into, don't have the same Tier 4 Catalyst struggle as they would, say, Conqueror players. I think this should be at most $10. And probably for those uncollected, it should be $5. They've gone a little bit away from the better deals with units that we saw for a couple months last year for different progression. I think some people threatened lawsuits, even though I don't know if those would have held up. But I think the right side deal should be at most $10. And really, for somebody like me, I have like over 50 Tier 4 Catalysts crystals in my inventory, and I have over 2,000 Tier 4 Catalyst fragment crystals. This thing, I mean, I guess it's just not relevant to me at all at this point. But if it was, I'd say it's worth $5, not $20. So I'm gonna say that, because even if you're a Conqueror, this thing should be $10. I'm gonna say that it's an F. It's just I'm not gonna endorse that trash. All right, let's go to the left. Tier 5 Catalyst bundles for $30. 9,000 Tier 5 basic and just a pathetic amount of gold. They're not even giving you any Tier 1 alphas for this. Keep in mind, $30 is also the price that you have actually overpaid in some cases. And I'm not talking about Cyber Weekend or July 4th or spring cleaning. I'm talking about just normal days like today where deals come in for a fully formed Tier 2 alpha. So my first suggestion with this deal, especially because it's limit 4, which is the same number that you need to take a 5-star to rank 4 in terms of Tier 2 alpha. You need 4 of them. The first thing that I would do if I was marketing for Kabam, and I'm telling you, Kabam, I'll do this on the cheap. I might even go pro bono just to help you because I've been doing this for 3 years and your deals continue to get more and more out of touch. You need to have a fully formed Tier 2 alpha with this bundle, and that's just the first suggestion for this. Now, 9,000 Tier 5 basic. Well, it's pretty relevant considering that the day 5, really the whole week of Alliance Quest is ending today. So you'll be able to get your glory. It always makes me confused why they would put out a tier 2 alpha or tier 5 basic catalyst fragment deal the same day that you're going to get your glory, because you're going to get the item they're charging $30 for free. Keep in mind, that's just the equivalent. $30 is what they're saying is 1,850 glory, because that's how much glory it's going to cost you to get $30 worth minus the pathetic amount of gold. I don't know about you, but I would much rather use my glory and get tier 5 basic catalyst fragments for free than I would spending $30 in the store. And I would understand if you're going to charge this outrageous price if people aren't uncollected and they don't have the access to the incredible glory store changes. But be that as it may, let's just go back to that in-game mail for a second, and let's remind ourselves that this is only for those who become uncollected by completing Act 5, Chapter 2. So those glory store changes are permanent for those that see this bundle. Not to mention, even if you're to buy all 4 of them, that's 36,000 tier 5 basic catalyst fragments. That's not even enough to form one of these, and yet you need 2 of them to take up a 5-star to rank 5 and 3 of them to take a 6-star to rank 2. That's crazy. That's $120 plus tax, not counting conversion rates for most places that charge tax. And you still don't even get one fully formed tier 5 basic catalyst. This is, I know it might sound like I'm a broken record, but it's just the facts. This is an out-of-touch deal that doesn't at all acknowledge the very pro player, very much appreciated Glory Store update to those of you uncollected who are the only ones who can see this bundle. How much should this bundle be? I think it should be $20 and include a tier 2 alpha. And I think it should be 15,000 tier 5 basic catalyst fragments minimum. If you're going to charge $30, man, I can't justify this at all. It's wrong to defend it. Wow. 2 more insanely out of touch deals at a time when they're trying to take away certain advantages that are quote unquote now bugs for people who are grinding crazy degen nodes and fighting insane PI and health of mini bosses and bosses, especially in map 6 and map 7 of Lion's Quest. What a crazy week. And there's so much to process. I can't wait to check my inbox and hear from all of you across the spectrum of this game. But don't get these trash deals. Save your money. This is just a pathetic attempt at really taking people's money in the community today, and you definitely don't want to give it to them. Not today. We good.